Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your Sunday fan request. Shaun Clarida versus Ronnie Coleman. Well, that's a pretty boring matchup, right? Easy win for Coleman. I think we'll make them the same height. Angled glaze. You the crazy. Anyway, guys, Shaun Clarida certainly stands a chance now that he is 5'10". Or it doesn't really matter what height Coleman is. I made them the same height. Shaun Clarida. When you make these short guys as big as the big guys, one thing you notice, their heads get bigger. Their heads are huge. Because really, structurally speaking, the skull of the small guy is about the same size as the big guys. So when you make them a giant, you got a great big giant baby head. Babies have big heads, as we know. Ronnie Coleman, still, even the same size, he has a quality about him. The triceps, biceps, more muscle separation. He's winning in the pecs as well, for what that matters. Now, when you look at the legs, the wheels of Ronnie Coleman, even if you put Shaun Clarida the same size, Ronnie Coleman's still winning in that aspect. Shaun Clarida looks good V-taper. I mean, the arms are huge on Clarida. They're definitely doing battle, so he stands a chance. Go through the poses, front lat spread, and see Ronnie Coleman, he's not just a great big muscle man. He has shape. He has a small waistline in comparison here, obviously. And the legs, like I said, I made him maybe a half-inch taller here. He's standing straighter than Shaun Clarida. I know they're the same height, but you know what I mean. Definitely Ronnie Coleman getting this one. I mean, like I said, that V-taper, the lats themselves. Taking nothing away from Clarida, guys. He is in excellent condition. And that's two poses. He still stands a chance. Go to the side. And I think so far, Clarida, he looks better in the side chest than in the first couple of shots. No, is he beating Ronnie Coleman? No, he's not beating him. It's definitely a battle. Coleman, I don't know, I don't want to disrespect Coleman, but I think his side chest development, it lacks chest development. Let's just say it. He has the chest development, but I think he flexes his arms, maybe, too much, with all due respect. And it takes away from his chest. But I think Shaun Clarida, I mean, he's no Arnold Schwarzenegger either. I mean, bodybuilders have their good points, their not so good points, and both of these gentlemen, maybe not the strongest pose, but they both look well conditioned, very good, and full of muscle too. So, it's close. Go to the side tricep. And this is what I mean. Ronnie Coleman, he doesn't hide his pec here. And even in this pose, his pec is being displayed much better than in the side chest itself. And I believe Dorian Yates did the same thing. His chest looked fantastic in the side tricep pose. Now Coleman, like I said, he's not just a big muscle dummy. He has qualities about him. You're used to seeing him versus the best of all time, and he's criticized, saying, oh, his side tricep sucks. His side tricep doesn't suck. Look at it. Full of striations, probably beating Shaun Clarida. Coleman's legs not being displayed here to the best of their ability, to their max, and I think Shaun Clarida is Shaun. The name Shaun. He's an Olympia champion. There's been 2 Olympia champions named Shaun. I bet you that bugs Shawn Ray. It would bug me. Anyway, turn around, and this is where this matchup gets serious. You Ronnie Coleman fans, you turn the volume up to hear what Mark's Max Muscle has to say. Is anybody beating Ronnie Coleman in the back development? Tisk, tisk. That's sacrilege to say anything like that. That's blasphemy. Coleman, honestly, he's not destroying Clarida here in the back development. Actually, Clarida, the muscle separation, the detail in his back, fantastic. Coleman maybe a little bit wider. Now, when you look at the lower half, Coleman, I mean, he has those big butterfly glutes. Clarida's glutes are very striated as well. Are they as dry as Coleman's? Probably not. Look at the size of those big butterfly buttocks. Fantastic. And the glutes, or the hamstrings rather, apologize, get my mind off the glutes for 1 second, if I can. Just fantastic. And the calf development, Coleman winning on that edge as well. But still, guys, look at that back development. It's close. It's close. Rear double bicep. Clarida looks fantastic here as well. Very symmetrical in this pose. And Ronnie Coleman, maybe not the most symmetrical in the world, But hey, look at the size of the dude. And he has those hamstrings, the calves as well, and the butterfly badonkadonk, the glutes, very dry. Let's throw up a different version of Ronnie Coleman. I'm sure many of you are probably going to suggest that I did use the wrong pictures of Coleman, but hey, still, even in this one, might not be a straight-on shot for Coleman. Maybe take away of the V-taper a little bit, slightly. But still, guys, make no excuse for Ronnie Coleman. Shaun Clarida, he's doing battle against the greatest of all time in his strong point in the back development. Now, that says a lot for one Shaun Clarida. Turn back around. Finish this one off, ab and thigh. And I honestly think, even at the same size, same height, Ronnie Coleman's legs, they are unbelievable. They are so huge. Keep in mind, he was dwarfing Jay Cutler in the wheels. In my opinion, he was. In my opinion. The best years, Jay Cutler couldn't touch Coleman. He had the striations, he had the feathering, sure. But Coleman was so huge and the muscle separation so great. Shaun Clarida, obviously here. I mean, I could have made him a little bit bigger, Shaun, but his head kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And you can obviously see, it's already too big in this comparison. But all jokes aside, good V-taper on Shaun Clarida. Maybe winning in the midsection, my opinion he is. But still. Finished this one off, and this was honestly a very interesting comparison. And I know I say that a lot, but this one, it was. Shaun Clarida, not as big as Coleman here. Always had a gripe about Coleman's most musculars this year, the 2003. I mean, sure, it was his best year. I'm not going to argue that. One of his best for sure. But there was other years that his most musculars looked a whole lot better, and probably weaker years altogether, but still, 2005, his most muscular, the hands clasp, looked fantastic. This one here, he looks, honestly, a little soft compared to Shaun Clarida. Now, the crab position, you can obviously see that Coleman, he just probably was not striking the pose in the previous one. He looks full of veins here, he looks vascular, he looks just as conditioned. Shaun Clarida, though, let's give him his due, guys. He stood up to the greatest of all time, Ronnie Coleman. And I'm sure there will be some people out there that say, oh, Shaun won this one. In my opinion, he didn't. Coleman was just fuller. Certain muscles, he was more complete. He had the calves, better, smaller waistline. I mean, in certain shots, Clarida was winning in the waistline. But I think Coleman overall, you look at the front lat spread, things of that nature. The guy was a beast. So here is your winner, Ronnie Coleman, 2003. My opinion, he was just that much more complete. I don't know if he was any bigger. He looked bigger in certain shots than Shaun Clarida. Shaun, huge at 5'10", or whatever height it was. Doesn't really matter, guys. Hey, maybe Coleman was 5'2". It's all the same to me. Hit thumbs up on the video. That was your Sunday fan request. Get your request in, because who knows, maybe I will pick the most popular request on this video for next week's Sunday fan request. I believed I used a different video. I usually go for my most popular one. If it's not a You Pick Tuesday, go for the most popular request on that video. Have a great day, guys.